Welcome to the YoggNation, the Spirit of Gratitude podcast on the YoggNation platform. Hello, friends. My name is Yogesh Patel, and this podcast explores the themes of bullying, self-awareness, and the power of our inner spirit, including the silent battles we all face. Join me every week as I invite high-profile guests as we explore how adversity shapes us, how gratitude lifts us, and how we can all uncover the inner strength that we all have within ourselves. Join the conversation. I appreciate you listening in.
If life gave you two chances of greatness, one on the football field and one on the music stage, which one would you choose? Today's guest has lived both. He is Mr. Sidney Justin, a man who has lived two superstar lives. On one hand, he's the soulful voice of the Miracles, carrying on the legendary Motown sound. On the other, he's a former NFL defensive back, having played in the Super Bowl, proving his grit on the field before dazzling the stage. From street football in Los Angeles to producing and songwriting with icons such as Earth, Wind & Fire, Shalimar, Bobby Brown, Sidney's story is all about resilience, talent, and faith. He's been tested by injury, by critics, and by life in general, but each time he's bounced back stronger. Well, it's an honor to have you in studio, Sidney.
My pleasure to be here.
And with gratitude, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you. I appreciate the offer to be here.
Absolutely. So my first question, which you didn't get prepped up on, are you a love machine?
Yeah, I used to be. Yeah. You know, I would say yeah, because I love people, man. You know, it's not love is not just between male and female. It's about people.
Right.
You know, so loving one another is the key to life.
Sounds like you lead with the heart.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. I think everyone should do that. Everyone should lead with their heart and think about others versus just self.
Is that something that you learned, or was it within you?
I believe it's been within me. You know, I'm very spiritual. I try to be as spiritual as possible.
Right.
We all fail at certain things, but at the same time, I believe that having a relationship with Yahuwah, my Father, which is my Heavenly Father, and if I have that relationship with Him, I know that I'm on the right path, and I sometimes slide off, like we all do, but His forgiveness and His love that He's shown me throughout my whole life, really, He's shown me love throughout my whole life. I think that I must do the same thing.
Right.
So that's how I treat other people too, same way.
That's amazing. That actually ties into my next question. That is, you often credit God, as you just mentioned, with giving you both your dreams, the NFL and music.
Yes.
How do you personally define gratitude? And why do you feel it's so important to talk about it today?
Well, I think, the definition of gratitude is widespread. I mean, I think people don't, it's not a one thing, it's not just one thing that you can do. You can do many things to express gratitude. And I think with my gratitude, like when I perform, I'm doing it for them, and I'm thankful for them. So when I perform, it's 100%. I'm giving 100% of a performance because I'm very thankful that people come to concerts, people
Right.
come to the shows. It's all sorts of forms of gratitude. And so.
So when you do perform on stage, and you mentioned the gratitude, is it gratitude by itself, or is there some degree of nostalgia, or is there something else within your inner spirit that allows you to become who you are on stage?
That's a good question, and I think that from my perspective of being on stage and being in this music world,
Right.
You find a lot of different artists or producers or people in the industry. They all think of it in different forms, different ways, and I just think of it as loving one another. So when I'm doing a show, I'm loving them, and hopefully they're loving me back. That is how I feel about, about that gratitude.
It's that energy you project
Yeah.
to the world.
Yeah, energy,
Yeah,
positive energy.
of course.
There's negative energy too, but
Sure.
yeah, I try not to use any negative energy at all.
And you said that music is therapy. And can you share a moment where writing or performing a song has helped you in the process of your own struggles or find peace?
Yeah, I mean, I think music is very therapeutic. If you really think about it, if you hear a song that you remember from back in the day somewhere in your time, it brings those memories back.
Oh, yeah.
So it's therapeutic. So if it's a song that brings back bad memories, you don't want to hear it, or
True.
you cry. And if it's a song that brings back happiness, you want to rejoice. And so I think music really is the key to a good therapeutic energy for us humans.
Agreed, 100%. And on that note, just a little side humor there. Ooh, baby, baby. Right? I think of it as the salt and pepper version back in the 90s with R&B and hip hop. That's the era that I grew up in.
Got you. I got you. And and this, so funny about the song "Ooh Baby Baby." It was the first miracle song that I ever actually sang in high school.
Really?
Yeah. And and I'll tell you a little story about that. So I went to Crenshaw High School in Los Angeles, and Crenshaw High School had a lot of people that came out of that school, a lot of athletes, lots of different, people involved in music and so forth. And so
Ice
acting.
Cube as well, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
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 And so
I like
no,
rap,
I
too.
know Ice-T.
Oh, okay.
Not Ice Cube. Yeah, Ice Cube went to those different school.
Thank you.
But same area. We grew up in the same area. Anyway, so we did a talent show, and the talent show was students performing for students.
Right.
All right, and then we would have adults come to the like parents and things like that would come to the talent shows, and so we sang "Ooh Baby Baby." I had a group.
Yeah.
It's called the Five Enlightens, and we sang "Ooh Baby Baby" and another song. I think "What You See Is What You Get."
Okay.
By the Dramatics. And after we sang the two songs, we went backstage, and then all of a sudden, who comes backstage was Ray Charles. Ray Charles,
The Ray Charles.
Not somebody else named Ray Charles, but the Ray Charles, right? So he comes backstage. He lived in the area. He lived in Baldwin Hills, which is right close to where Crenshaw High School is.
Uh-huh.
And he would sometimes frequently come to events at the school, okay? At different schools. Anyway, he happened to come in. Well, okay, so this is how it turned out. This is how it turned out. So I sang "Ooh Baby Baby" and went backstage, and then he comes back with his handler, and the guy's holding him by the arm, and he comes into the dressing room, and he wanted to meet me.
Yeah.
So he said, he came up to me and he started, and he's feeling my face, and he's he's just doing his thing, right, and he's young man, I really thought it was Smokey when I walked in. I thought it was Smokey Robinson singing on stage, and I was so surprised when they told me it was a student. So I had to meet you.
Oh my goodness.
And then he says, "You should take Smokey's place." I get chills right now just thinking about that.
And you were
day.
only 16 at the time,
I
right?
was 18, almost 18,
Okay,
almost 17
18.
years,
Yeah.
17 years old. And he said, you should really take Smokey's place. He's leaving the Miracles. I don't know how he knew that, or anybody knew that at that time. Anyway, nevertheless, I said to him, "Well, how would I do that?"
Yeah.
And he gave me nothing. He just turned around, walked away, and just walked out the room. And I was just standing looking at him like, well, why would he tell me that if he didn't tell me how?
Right.
So I guess he wanted me to figure it out myself. That's what I felt later on. He just wanted me to figure it out myself. Now, it took a long time for that to take place, because here I am today. I'm the lead singer of the Miracles.
Right.
taking Smokey Robinson's place. Smokey Robinson is a legend. He's a mega legend, okay? And for me to be able to do that and have Ray Charles prophesize that
Right.
is crazy to me. You know what I mean? It's a crazy experience. So
Would you consider it a divine moment?
I would.
Yeah.
I really would. Here he is, a blind man, prophesizing about something that has happened to me years before it happened. I mean,
Wow.
many
Forward
years
thinking.
before. Huh?
Forward thinking and a visionary.
Without vision.
Yeah.
He couldn't see. He was blind.
So how was that transition between becoming an NFL defensive back, right? You've got
Well, that's a whole nother story. See.
well.
Well, I'm gonna get back to this story too.
Yes, please.
Yeah, because I think people might want to know how did it actually happen that I did get the opportunity to perform
Yes.
as the lead singer of the Miracles. So after that took place, it really never really, kind of fazed me anymore after that night. I mean, I thought about it a while, and I was like, that's weird. I mean, I thought it was really strange, and I just went on, continued doing what I was doing, and obviously nothing was happening with that because he never gave me any solutions to that
Right.
issue, right? So
Did you want it?
Oh, I was very interested
Yeah.
in if that was going to be the case.
Sure.
I didn't know that was true. Smokey hadn't left yet.
Oh, right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? That wasn't the point. He was still in the group. It was not a situation. So it was a strange experience, a strange conversation, to say the least, because of the outcome.
Right.
Right. I never really thought about it that much after that fact. But as things turned around, I started doing other musical things because I didn't play high school football. Okay, so I'm going to intertwine these things.
Yep.
Okay, so I didn't play high school football. I was a gymnast, and so I was actually pretty good. Had a lot of offers, of school offers and stuff like that. I was like the all-around gymnast. I did everything: tumbling, floor exercise,
Wow.
parallel bars, high bar, rings, the whole thing, right? Long horse, all of the events.
Okay.
I did all of those, and I was pretty good at all of them. And so that's what I did. Well, just so happens the gymnastics coach was one of the football coaches as well. So
Okay.
I had a conflict there. I wanted to play football. He wanted me on the gymnastics team. He didn't think I could do both. He didn't want me to get hurt
Sure.
in football. So I played football in the parks against like other, let's just keep it real, but gangbangers,
Okay.
other guys out in the neighborhood and
Sure.
things like that, different neighborhoods, and we would play against each other. It wasn't no referees, none of that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? It was just we
The
knew
gridiron.
it was definitely the real, real crazy. But it was a lot of fun to us, and we had a good time. And I didn't play football because they wouldn't give me a chance to play. I tried out for the team every single year, but every year I got cut in high school. So I got cut every year that I tried out. And I tried out, and it wasn't really a tryout because I never did anything.
Yeah.
I was stood in line. I did the exercises, I did the running drills, but I never got in to do a play, any kind of play, whether on offense or defense. One year I tried out for offense, the next year I tried out for defense. It was kind of like I was trying to figure out, how come I'm getting cut? Why'd you cut me?
Right.
You never gave me no real answer. But I figured out later on, well, the coach was a gymnastics coach. He was relying
Okay.
on me in gymnastics and didn't want me to be involved in, football. So I never did play high school football. As it turns out, I was a gymnast my entire high school.
Did the nose help strengthen your resolve, or what was the determination?
That's right.
Yeah.
I continue. Okay, so like I said, I got a couple offers to go to get gymnastics scholarships.
Yeah.
But I chose to play football over that, and I went to a junior college. I went to LACC first, which is a junior college there,
Yep.
and they had the same. It was the same situation. Gymnastics coach was a football coach. he wanted me to play, wanted me on the gymnastics team because he knew my history.
Right.
And again, they cut me again because they rather for me to
incredible.
be a gymnast than for me to be a football player.
Not a play ever in high
Ever,
school.
ever,
Yet you make
ever.
it to the NFL.
Yeah.
And I guess I'm just guessing that in terms of being a gymnast, it's all about that agility, flexibility.
It helped me. I think.
Yeah.
I think that part
Quickness.
of when you look at it in the long term,
Right.
the gymnastics part of it did help me because I was very flexible. I was very agile. I was quick. I had
Yeah.
good reflexes, and I think that really helped me in my football career.
Did it help you in your music career?
No, not really.
Okay.
Not really.
Yeah.
As far as gymnastics is concerned, but as I went on to another junior college,
Uh-huh.
no one knew me. No one knew anything about anything. They didn't have any history on me. Period. I was just a walk on at this college, at Southwest Junior College, and I prevailed. I met a coach that gave me an opportunity, gave me a chance. His name was Coach Ray Denham. He gave me a chance to show skills that I never got a chance to show from anybody else because I was pretty good in the playgrounds. I was I was sandlot
You're
football.
top dog.
I was top dog in the sandlot football, right? So, and like I said, we played against very tough guys, older guys. We played against men basically, and I was just in high school, and I was playing against men,
Right.
tackle football without uniforms in the park. Okay, so we had some pretty tough games.
What's the message today? I mean, you look at
Because of that?
Well, it's just, again, you look at the people that perhaps are maybe suffering in silence
Mhm.
or they're looking for answers, right? How does your story help them in perhaps an adversity, a
Yeah.
struggle, a challenge that they're going through in life?
I think the answer is perseverance and determination, like never giving up in whatever you believe in.
Is that from within, or
That's-
do you learn that from others? Or it could be both.
It's from within, because I never met anybody else that I could say at that in those times that had that kind of adversity
Yeah.
that I went through. So yeah, it was from within me, and I think that
Do you think we have that?
I think
Do you
it's,
think
and
every one
I
of
think
us
it's all
has
of us
that?
have it.
Yeah.
I think everybody has it. You got to implement it though. You have to turn on the switch, and decide. You make decisions. I made the decision to
Right.
not go to the gymnastics program and to go to another college that might give me an opportunity that didn't know anything about me. And that was the best decision I made because that was the turning point in my football career that got me through my junior college to
Yeah.
the university that I went to. I went to Long Beach State University.
Okay.
I didn't know I had scholarship offers from almost every school in the nation. It was
You did?
untold to me. No, I didn't know. I found out later,
Uh-huh.
like years later, from a guy who was a janitor at the school who said he saw letters from almost every school. He said he started naming schools like SMU, Texas A&M, UCLA, USC, stacks of letters like this. He said, man, I saw letters, this many letters for you and a couple other guys.
Yeah.
But I never saw those letters. So I only talked to the coaches that came to visit me. And they were from Long Beach State.
Well, again, that's perhaps another divine moment.
Yeah,
Right?
it was.
Where you didn't know at the time.
I didn't know at the time.
Yeah.
I just, like I said, Yahuwah's been with me my whole life. And, of course, I didn't realize it until, I look back and seen how things developed. And from there, I know that I wasn't alone, even though I felt alone most of the time. But I wasn't, because he was guiding me through certain things for me to make a decision.
Right.
I did have to make the decision. I had to make the decision. He didn't do that. He just put the two in front of me.
Was that hard for that moment to accept? It's like I'll just call it surrender.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know if it was surrender or not. I think it was more or less choices.
Okay.
So I had to make a choice. So who knows if I made the other choice, what could have
Yeah.
happened? Could have been president of the United States
Could have.
if I made the other choice.
Yeah.
But
Well,
instead, I made this choice. And so now I'm a singer that sings music and make people happy, and which I love. So
what's next on the musical journey for you?
well, we're still touring,
Okay.
and we're still going around the world. Like people, like the songs that Smokey Robinson wrote, they're iconic.
They're timeless.
They're timeless.
Yeah.
Timeless songs. I have the pleasure of performing those songs. I do have songs that I've written on my own. I have, so to answer the question of what's next, you know, I'm working on other stuff,
Okay.
other material.
You're just not retired, lying on the beach.
Nope. No, I'm
Drinking your Long Island iced teas.
I love music too much, and I love what I do. You know, I love the people I work with. I love the guys I work with. One of my brother is one of the guys. He played
Yeah.
for the Seahawks, and I coerced him into this business. I
Well,
threatened him
he-
into the business. I didn't threaten him, but I actually told, you know,
But he
asked
had to
him.
have talent, though.
Oh, he had the talent.
Right.
He didn't realize he had the talent, though. See, that's another thing. That's a story, another story that Kerry didn't realize he could sing, and he didn't realize he could do choreography and be coordinated.
How did you make that happen? How did you let him know that he had these gifts and talents?
Well, you
'Cause
know,
that's another thing about today's
Mhm.
generation. It's
Yeah.
like there's a lot of smartness in everyone. It just has to be pushed out.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I just, you know, he did one show with me one time in high school
Okay.
because one guy got sick and was hurt or something, and he did a show with us, and he did well. And from that one show that he did, gave him the confidence to believe he could do it after I begged him multiple times
Yeah.
to join us, because that's what I used. You did it already. You did it in high school.
What did you see in him, though?
In him?
Yeah.
I saw the same talent I have. He's my brother.
Really? Okay.
I taught him how to play defensive back. He played longer than me in the NFL.
11 seasons, right?
11 seasons.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So he played a long time. He didn't get hurt though. Well, he did get hurt. He broke his jaw,
Oh, okay.
and he went back. But I broke my neck. Hard to come back from that.
Yeah.
So that was an issue.
And again, just bring it forward to today's message, right? Again, we all know people that haven't discovered their identity, right?
Right.
Or who they are.
Right.
But it comes down to leading with love, or leading from the heart, I should say.
Yeah. Love.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love.
Yeah.
Love is the right word. You know, because you have to love what you do. You have to love the people you're with. You have to love everything that's happening around you.
Right.
And I think that's what success is about, is being able to have that love. I mean, I think that's the one reason, like my band, the singers, all of us that we have together, we love each other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's why it's successful. You
And
know,
with that love comes trust.
that's right. Then they trust me, I trust them.
Yeah.
You know, and we trust that what we're going to do, that the audience, we trust that they're going to love it.
Yeah.
And it's all about love.
That's right.
Everything is about love. That's positive.
Always is.
That's right.
Always is.
That's right.
Speaking
For
of
me.
love, looks like you're part of a Raider Nation.
You know, that's funny. that
So
you say
this
that.
is where citizens of YoggNation, Raider Nation right here.
Right. Well, you know, that's another story. You know, I've been a Raider fan my whole life since I was a kid. So I love the Raiders. I love the silver and black. You know,
Even when they moved to L.A.?
when they left Oakland.
Okay.
And then went to L.A. and
Yep.
then went back to Oakland. No matter what, I
Now
was
Vegas.
still, not in Vegas. So I've just been a Oakland fan. You know, another little story. My first year in the NFL, I played with the Rams. Right.
Right.
I didn't play. I never played with the Raiders. I wanted to,
Yeah.
and I did have an opportunity, but it was 1 week too late. But nevertheless, I used to wear like a Raider T-shirt under my uniform. And I told that to
Isn't that a
Mark
isn't that a
Davis.
big no-no? Doesn't matter.
It was under the uniform, so nobody saw that except me. I'm the only one knew, you know. But I did tell Mark Davis, the owner of the
Yeah.
Raiders now. You know, his
Al
dad.
Davis'
His
son.
dad, yeah, Alice's son.
Yep.
Yeah, I told him. Unfortunately, a friend of mine, Mike Davis, who was a defensive back for the Raiders, was a very close friend of mine.
Uh-huh.
And Mike passed away, unfortunately.
I didn't
and
know that.
yeah,
Okay.
he passed away.
I grew up in the
and-
Bay Area, so
Okay.
Yeah.
He passed away a few years ago.
Okay.
And I'm really close to his family and his kids and his wife. And I told Mark Davis at the funeral
yeah.
that I did that. He's the only person I had ever told that at the time.
Yeah.
He was the first person I ever told, that's other than my wife and my family and stuff,
Wow.
about this T-shirt, my Raider shirt,
Yeah.
under my uniform.
It's coming out.
Yeah. So you know, Mark was like, he thought it was like the most important. He thought it was, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. And I said, well, listen, you need to put a brick on the wall for me too. Put my name up on that wall.
Why not?
I'm a real Raider, bro.
There you go.
know? So
By birth.
yeah, I'm a
By
Raider
birth.
by birth.
There you go.
Yeah.
So moving back now to the music industry, and we'll wrap this up here shortly. This has been amazing. You mentioned on one of your previous podcast episodes, you'd like to do a duet with Marvin Gaye.
Yes, that would have been.
What would be the
awesome.
song that you'd want to do with him?
Probably a new song, you know,
Okay.
something new. You know, Marvin Gaye to me is the greatest artist to ever perform. To me, that's
To you, yeah.
my opinion.
Okay.
You know, Marvin Gaye was the greatest artist. It's spiritual, I think. Like if you listen to his lyrics, if you feel the music that he presented,
Yeah.
there's
Well-
nothing else like that.
Well, for me, I mean, my favorite song of his is "Ain't No Mountain High Enough."
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, it just gave me goosebumps just saying it.
Well, it was a great song. It was a great duet.
It still is a great song.
Oh, it is a great song. I said, I meant to say is. Yes, it is a great song, and you know, and all of his songs are all great songs.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
the "What's Going On" album is extremely special to me. What's going on? And then there's another record that he did that a lot of people don't know anything about it. It was a record of standards
Okay.
songs. You know, you know Marvin Gaye wanted to be a standard artist like Frank Sinatra.
I did not know that.
Oh yeah, that was his. He wanted. I read the book. I didn't know personally. I met Marvin one time at an award show before he passed away, and I was just a young guy backstage, you know,
Yeah.
and I met him, and it was great to actually meet him and shake his hand and stuff like that. But the "What's Going On" album, and that record is I don't know if you ever heard it. You ever heard the whole album? Well, if
No.
you need to listen to that,
Okay.
because if you,
Okay.
I'm telling you, "What's Going On" is probably one of the best albums ever. Lyrically,
Soulful, if I remember correctly.
soulfully,
Yeah.
everything about it, melody-wise, melodically, the lyric content, it's about what's going on.
Well, as we conclude the segment, I'll give you the final word, sir.
Okay.
Is there anything that I missed that you wish to communicate to the audience, to your listeners, to your fan base, and certainly the folks that are listening to this podcast, either on video or on streaming?
Yeah,
What's something that I missed?
I don't think you missed anything. I think we spoke. I think the main topic is not me. The main topic is love. That is the topic. It's not about me. It's not about you. It's about how do we love one another, man. You know, how can we do that without, I mean, it's not even difficult to do.
No,
It is
it
not.
is not.
It's not difficult.
How hard is it to make a smile, right? I think
Exactly.
what the human anatomy, it takes more muscles to make a frown than a smile. Why go through the extra effort?
I believe that's probably true, scientifically. But at the same time, like I said, it's not that hard to just
Yeah.
be kind to people. It's not difficult
Yeah, exactly.
to offer your services when they to someone who desperately needs it.
Right.
Why
Well, without also doing the expectation of giving something back too.
right? No, a
Yeah.
lot of times, a lot of people are transactional.
Right.
It don't have to be for everything. Oh yeah, I got to get paid to sing sometimes, but sometimes I don't get paid at all. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I'll do shows and depending on the budget and stuff like that, and I won't even take the money for me,
Yeah.
but I pay everybody else.
Right.
Mhm.
That's so admirable. Sidney, Justin, thank you.
My pleasure, man. Thank you. Thank you.